About 2 years ago, Fellowship had made a video about my story, and at that time, I thought that my road was to be a long-term missionary in Thailand, working with a ministry called Sheer Love International, where they help get women out of like prostitution or abuse, and they teach them to do hair so that they can have a hairstylist career instead. It was my dream. I thought God had called me to do that specific ministry. And so the year I turned 18, I can finally move and finally go. I had already graduated cosmetology school, so I was like, this is it. And then COVID happened and everything fell through. So it left me just feeling very empty and confused because I was willing to be like a missionary and go, help those who need help. And yet God was saying no. So in the meantime, I just kind of decided to just be faithful in what I was doing and asking God what He requires of me, which at the end of the day is just to be faithful. And so I just started making disciples here and doing what I would want to do overseas here. God really started to work a lot of new, unexpected things, one of which is the book that I have finished writing. It's called Not Just a Man's Problem, and it's about women who have struggled with pornography. That was kind of the one thing where I was like, God, I don't want to tell anyone about that ever. And so I think just through meeting a lot of women who had struggled, and I would share with these girls, and they would share that they had had like years of pornography addiction, and they were still caught up in that. So those moments were where I realized that God wanted me here, and He had kept me here for a reason. And with all the extra time and energy that I had, I just channeled that to write that book. In March of this year, I took a 2-week trip to visit this couple who had been missionaries in Albania for 10 years. And they connected me with another couple who they're Albanian, and the husband's a pastor of this small church plant in a little city called Berat. We've come to decide that I think I'm going to be moving there in July to pursue long-term ministry. My main focus is just being a full-time worker for the church and focusing on the youth and helping disciple some of the young women and just support them in whatever ways I can. I think this whole season has been a huge learning period about the character of God and things I had heard, like God is faithful no matter what, and that He's good, and that He's our Father, and He loves us like His children. Even if it feels disappointing in the moment, or it doesn't feel like the best, it always is.